Hello. Hello, everyone. If you can hear us, please type something in the chat room. Say hello, tell us that the volume, you can hear us, the mic, the sound, everything is working okay. Okay, hi, Faina. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well on this summer heat evening. Yeah, I know. Gotta enjoy it. We have to enjoy it. So I know others, we have about 8 to 10 people registered, but we want to respect everyone's time. And so some women will be joining. If they're a little late, that's okay. So welcome again. My name is Irina. I'm a wellness consultant, aromatherapist. I do a lot of work with women in particular, empowering women and helping them to live healthier, better lives, to take care of themselves, take care of their body, be present for themselves and for others, loved ones in their lives. And I have a special guest with me tonight. We all for a special treat. Her name is Silvia Nava, and she's my personal mentor, and she's a sparkle for me because she empowers me every single day. And Silvia has a long history of working with women. Silvia is a transformational success coach. And her specialization is to teach women, to empower women to step into their power and to learn how to monetize their talents and to also how to make money. Absolutely. That's a big focus, right? Tonight, making money also. Yes. Absolutely. And I'm going to hand it over to Silvia. Please introduce yourself because you are so many things and I don't know if I can cover everything. Right. And please tell us also a little bit about you and how you came to do the work that you do today with women.
Okay. And hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful meeting. And the day has been a beautiful day, unusual for this time. And yes, my name is Silvia Nava, and I would like to introduce my work with an excerpt of my poetry. I want to share this with you. I am a poetess as well, and I work with poetry also as a way of self-transformation, as a way to uncover the divinity within ourselves. And so this is a short poem that reads as following. Feminine leadership is a luminosity that is cloaked with empathy and compassion. In the new millennium, feminine leadership of women builds bridges towards abundance through peace, happiness, and financial wealth. Yeah, you heard very well. Wealth. And abundance is feminine and lives in the wombs of women. We actually carry the seed, and when that seed becomes a baby, definitely, what a responsibility on our part. However, whether we give birth in our physical body, we give birth in many different ways. And another way to give birth is just being ourselves, being women. And today is a wonderful day to initiate a wonderful conversation regarding women's mission in the world. This is a new millennium. This has been spoken of a long time ago already, almost 2 decades. And it is gradually becoming more and more real that we have entered a new time. And for us as women, for this conversation with you, amongst us, it is very important to understand that our leadership in this new millennium is not a luxury. Our leadership is a necessity in the transformation of culture. We women are builders of cultures. Not only do we give birth through our body, we give birth to the way people behave in the culture. So we do carry a big responsibility that is innate, and that there is so much guidance by this luminosity that we carry within. And say that, I would like to say that I've been working with women for over 20 years. Women from all walks of life, from all stratas in society. And I have been working with the topic of money for women. We live in a world that has been built by men. That means that.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's about women and nature. We have dog barking in the background, so I apologize. She's also female, by the way. Yeah. So we will have the dog barking occasionally, unfortunately. So my daughter is home, and another woman. Okay. With that thought, I know you have so much knowledge to share with us today. And if you could briefly tell us, who you are. I know you're a coach, and I don't want to give it away. I want you to introduce, because you have so many things. And I know you are also founder of school, Transformational Growth for Women. Yes, and a little bit, just tell us how did you come to do work like where you are today? Like, do you have a maybe personal story that inspired you for this work, or?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, well, what put me in the path to work with women? I myself comes from a lineage of very powerful women. Women that had built up their leadership through difficulty, through challenges, like many women in the planet.
Right.
And therefore working with women with challenges in their lives, intense challenges sometimes light challenges, has been something that is very, how can we say this, common to me. It is almost as if I have been working with women since I was a very little girl. And I am a foreigner from Mexico. I am a born Mexican. And all of my training is in the United States, all of my professional training. I work with women in the capacity of coach, life and career coaching. And I have been for many years working with a theme that is a channeled kind of thing, this mission of feminine leadership, or divine femininity, as we may call it, is a call, is a divine call. For 13 years, I was in an initiation, and during that time, I channeled poetry, lots of poetry. By the way, that book will be out soon. And that poetry revealed to me this presence. I didn't know. What is this, right? I come from a Catholic background, and with the gift of the poetry, I was given the opportunity to expand in this spiritual journey. And so my work really comes from a place of identifying with the divine feminine, the mother of the universe, we might say that at the core of this work, we have motherly love. That is the salvation for all the problems that we are facing.
Yes, absolutely. And may I interject, this is very dear topic to me too, and this is a very special night. And I know you already touched on divine feminine, and we see a lot of movement nowadays. Even if you're not following divine feminine movement, you may have come across workshops, women's circles, moon circles, getting into natural order of things. So whether on social media or somewhere in a bookstore or on TV, you had probably come across the term, divine feminine. And what is divine feminine? I just would like to explore that for a second, where there's such a need right now in our planet for love, for compassion, for doing things in a different way. And we see it everywhere. We see it at the political platform. By the way, third last debates, I guess, is tonight. And interestingly enough, and we see it in relationships, we see it in nature, how nature rebels with different natural disasters. So there's a great call for natural order of things, for love, for compassion, for breaking through those walls of hatred, of anger. And women have been prosecuted for many years, and I know some of you who know psychology, know history of women, and I know Silvia has studied history of women intensively. And there is a great calling for feminine divine, because we as women, we come from the place of love, compassion, beauty. And when Silvia mentioned a woman's womb, it's not just giving birth physically, but giving birth to love. And for this actual presentation, I selected a picture of Venus. It's one of my favorite paintings, A Birth of a Venus. And so what we want to come across is this is not a feminist movement, because there was a time in history for feminist movement where women were fighting for their rights at workplace and in different arenas. There was time for that. And now that we actually won in a lot of these areas, a lot of women are not even happy, because it created such a confusion between genders. In some ways, with all the positive things, it created some confusion. And right now, when we talk about for women to step into their power, we talk about stepping into love, stepping into compassion. And I would like to share a quick story. It happened on the train today, and I believe in synchronicities and divine interventions. Some of you might have seen my post where I was on the train going far away to Brooklyn today, and I'm sitting, and I see this woman next to me and a little girl right across, and this little girl stuck her tongue. She went like this at the woman. So the woman, she went like this with her head. She smiled, and she blew a kiss at her.
See how beautiful.
And little girl, she was shocked at first, and then she also smiled, and she was blowing these kisses at her. And to me, it was such a confirmation of the important work that we are all doing. Or some of you are doing, some of you are just joining because you're curious what this is all about. But I just want to emphasize the beauty and love that all of us have, no matter how big or small, right? That little girl was a little diva, she was a little feminine diva, and she needed to learn that acting from a place of love that's what we need to do, and not acting from a place of hatred or adversity. That woman actually showed it to her so well. And that's what we mean by feminine divine, stepping into our feminine powers, not competing with men. We don't want to compete with men.
Right.
Men are men, they're wonderful. We need to respect their masculine powers for what they are. But now it's our time to step up and show the world a different way. Maybe a way that was taken from us before as women, generations and generations and centuries ago. And, but so the reason is not to compete. The reason is not to undermine men. There's no reason why two cannot coexist beautifully, masculine and feminine. We also have masculine in us as women. And we can utilize those powers when we need a little courage, a little leadership, we can use those masculine powers. But we also have to remember that we are women and we need to be women in order to help ourselves, better others around us, and also to better the world. And also another important point, to support each other. I cannot emphasize enough, support each other, not compete with each other, because then we really mimicking patriarchal society, right? Patriarchal way of doing things. And oftentimes we see how women sometimes have trouble complimenting each other, being honest with each other, or you see all sorts of kind of jealousies, insecurities come in. And when those things happen, we can't act from a place of love. So part of our mission is also to help women to be more accepting of one another, to be more loving towards, and to be more open to learning about each other. And I know Silvia also does a lot of work with monetizing talents. Can you tell us more about that and why is it so important?
Yes. To begin with, we do appreciate the feminist movement because that put us in a different road, and also it put us where we are today. And yes, the feminine is in both men and women. And as we begin to become consciously aware of these are concepts, but when you take them to practice, they create a lot of harmony with each other, man, woman, with women, as we begin to understand where we are coming from. And so right now, one key factor that is going to help us step in the arena on a bigger platform in the planet is money. Money, because money has been feminine. We will talk about that in some other meeting. Money is feminine. Abundance is feminine. How we lost track of this throughout the thousands of years of patriarchy. It's an interesting question. We women are the mothers of men. So therefore, when we understand that, we don't have a competition. We want to be compassionate with men. That doesn't mean
one another, right?
That doesn't mean that you allow them to hurt you or whatever. So going back to the money, the world has been created with the absence of, say, many of women's talents. And therefore, the world is walking on one limb. We need to step in, right? And money is the way of working things out in modern times, and it has been for thousands of years. So now we are becoming more aware of the power of money, because just imagine a woman who is consciously aware of her feminine power, who has gone through a period of personal growth and spiritual evolution, what she can do with money, what she can do with her expertise, so that humanity, all of us, go to the next level, whatever that is. We know is a level of growth, and that growth is absolutely brought about through empathy and compassion, because feminine leadership really is founded on values that are feminine, and two queen values are empathy and compassion. So all my work, if you ask me, leads to the point of being able to experience most of the time, and eventually all the time, empathy and compassion. So for that, we have a lot of trainings.
Right. We actually jumped all the way to the presentation, which is good. We go with the flow, right? Yes. We go with the flow. Whatever happens, money is the flow. And since you did touch on the topic of money, and we're going to touch on it a little bit later again, there has been so much negative connotation about money. And why? Why does it have to be negative? That's like sexuality, right? Why does sexuality have to be negative? It's natural. It's a natural way of living. You know, we need water, we need food, we need sex, and we also need money. And what I love about Silvia's vision is she always promotes the big why. Because with money, we can reach more people. We can create more abundant life for us, for our families, for societies. We can donate more money into charities. We can create more beautiful things. And that's how we need to also learn how and where to make money, okay? Which requires a little bit of confidence and working out of comfort zone. But the first, I think, step is to understand that there is absolutely nothing negative about creating an abundance for yourself and for others, or beautiful. I know some of you that are joining the call are already working with women, already doing beautiful things. And I sometimes hear from women over and over again, oh, I do this for free. I do this, which is a beautiful thing. Okay. And sometimes you can do things for free, right? But there's time for that. But also creating energy and energetic flow of money. And, we're going to touch on it later. Maybe what do you think? Should we talk a little more about monetizing each other's talents and how we can support each other rather than, and it's all related, guys, all monetizing talents and money. You will see the connection. You will see the connection. Just bear with us. So let's talk about monetizing the talents, because I know this is one of your key points. And why do you believe in that?
Yeah, actually, monetizing talents, because of what I said at the beginning of this conversation. The talents of women have been ignored. Many talents of women have been ignored. Some talents are about the mother or being a wife. It's a different time. Now we need to step into a larger platform and explore ourselves further and deeper. To be able to have access to a treasure that perhaps many of us still do not have clearly, right? So monetizing talents, yes. We all have talents, and a lot of times we don't know how to exchange money. And I always say, if we were we are so, that's a really good point, right? So what is going on with money? I mean, Irina here mentioned the fact that for a long time, money has had a negative connotation, and it is time for us to release that. And that's the only way we are going to create the frequency to attract the money, by creating very specific mindset of creating money. We don't say making or earning money. No, we are magical women who can create the money because we are very intuitive.
And we're talking about all women, regardless of whether you already working with women or you just working somewhere else that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So this encompasses all women. It's not, because as Silvia mentioned, we all have talents, and it's all part of building your self-esteem and confidence as a woman. When you step into your feminine power, you need to also understand your talents, who you are. What is it that you like to do? Do you like dancing? Do you like nature? Do you like painting? Do you like writing poetry? Do you like writing books? Do you like helping others? So really understanding yourself, that's where transformation starts, right? As a woman, because for many centuries, we were not allowed to be ourselves. We were there to serve men or, serve whatever purpose women. And that's why monetizing talents is so important, and supporting each other and sharing those talents with other women in your circle. And many women who step in their power and actually start embracing their talents, they become money makers. They actually eventually start using those talents to make money.
Yeah, that's very good.
And so monetizing talents is very important, understanding who you are, going through that feminine transformation, okay? And Silvia, did you want to add something? I know you.
Yeah, actually, as you step into your femininity, and we are very clearly talking about a femininity, as I said at the beginning in the introduction of my poem, feminine leadership clothed with empathy and compassion, right? The luminosity. So we are talking about something very powerful. We are very powerful, and within that power, as you explore yourself, you will have access to understand your talents and be able to know, as you connect with femininity, with that part that is luminosity, that is pure light, intuition becomes very acute. So it's not about reading tons of books, although once you discover a talent that you want to monetize, perhaps there is a course somewhere, you take it, because sometimes that might make you feel more confident, which is okay, Only understand that those talents are coming from your divinity, from your divine feminine. And you need to honor this power by becoming a millionaire, utilizing your talents. Many of us may be doing work that we do not enjoy. And in that way, it's going to be almost impossible to become a millionaire if you are not so almost obsessed with doing your work, with going from 9 to 5 or whatever, So the idea really is for you to take yourself seriously. You are a divine woman. You carry this power that is this divine feminine. I think that Irina also mentioned masculinity, because we carry both, and both genders carry both masculine and feminine. And as we work and put ourselves in the world with money, with our expertise in the service of others, the harmony with men, believe it or not, is going to happen almost automatically. Because let me say this, for thousands of years, perhaps we are upset internally, unconsciously.
Yes, and it's interesting because I'm looking at Donna's comment. She posted a comment here. Thank you, Donna. It's a valid point. It's a valid point. Women who are the breadwinners, we feel powerful, but our men feel inferior.
Yes.
How would you address that? I know this is going a little off topic, but this is a very valid point.
Absolutely. And it's we could have a whole conference only on that subject. Yeah, because it's a very common issue, that.
Yeah.
And the fear that also some women have to express themselves, express their talents, because they are afraid to disrupt family life. Because men, we need to understand that for men, it is very hard to accept what is going on right now. That the time has arrived for women to step into the throne of power, of feminine power. So, and we are talking specifically about feminine leadership, a leadership that is founded on feminine values, empathy, compassion. That might sound like something too spiritual, and it is. However, whatever emotional transformation that we want to achieve is spiritual. Okay? And so, going back to the point that you're making, Irina. Yes, there are styles of communication that we are quickly acquiring in the new era of the divine feminine. We understand that men are feeling very threatened of the position. And so we women are learning to bring in the message in a way that it is welcomed.
So it will take time. Yeah. Thank you, Donna, again for bringing up this point. It will take time for transformation to complete and for men to accept that we could be the breadwinners. They don't need to be feeling insecure, inferior with us or next to us. And it takes work on our part, really learning to communicate, really learning to relate, connect from a place of love from you. Because when you are in your power and you feel happy with yourself, that happiness spreads. And what Silvia said, it happens almost automatically. The whole energy changes, but it takes a lot of work. We don't want to make it sound simple because it's not a simple thing, but again, it comes down to the core of knowing yourself and knowing you. What do you like? What do you want? Are there talents, are there hobbies in your life that you're not utilizing, that you don't make time for? And those are so important for you to really constantly waking up every morning with that feeling of self-love, loving yourself, loving your body. And I will actually send you, after the recording, I will send you an email with Oprah where she talks about these issues for women too, and how she struggled with weight loss and accepting her body and saying thank you to your body instead of constantly criticizing ourselves, constantly saying, oh, we're not thin enough, we're not this enough, we don't look like supermodels, I need to lose another 20 pounds to be happy. And then we lose 20 pounds and we're still not happy. Then we find some wrinkles in our head and say, oh my God, So if we constantly act from place of judgment and critiquing ourselves, then how can we love others? How can we love men in our life? How can we love others if we're constantly critiquing ourselves? We're not accepting ourselves. And I think that's where it all starts, really waking up every morning, loving yourself and making time to do what you love, to utilize your talent. Take a pen and paper, and if you like to write poetry, at work during lunch, go sit on the sun and just bond with nature, write a little poetry, draw a little picture, dance, eat good food, do things that you like and you enjoy, and consciously make effort to do that. And if you see that you're not feeling down, and you're not in the right zone, which is okay. That's also self-love, to be able to accept your feelings, to be able to accept your emotions. They are normal and they are natural. We can't push them. We have to deal with them, and learning ways to deal with those feelings. Meditation, dancing, friends, laughter, essential oils that we're going to talk about in a minute. Very crucial part, and why we use essential oils. This was one of the bullets in our presentation, and Silvia is also a firm believer in using essential oils for women. As you know, I'm a certified aromatherapist. So what it comes down to, how it fits into this vision of using essential oils and natural products. Also, we use Young Living, by the way. That's the company we're using, because these are pure essential oils. They are therapeutic grade. They are raising vibrations. And this is very important for your emotions. As a woman, our hormones, we're not like men. Our hormones sometimes all over the place, and we go through cycles. And that's where essential oils come in to support your health, support your physical health, support your emotional health. Because how can you step into your power and do things that you like if you don't have the health, if you're constantly tired, if you're not, and that because essential oils come from nature. We are part of nature. We come from the same evolutionary processes. We need to support our bodies, our emotions with natural products. So it's not just using essential oils just because it's another natural product. No, understanding that they directly interact with our limbic system, with our emotions. And there's tons and tons of research on this. Even in Women's Health magazine, they now published, I posted on my Facebook page, Stress Away, the blend from Young Living, how vanilla that is in Stress Away and the blend that Gary Young created, how it actually benefits and allows you to de-stress. I personally wrote an article for Marie Claire magazine. They asked me to write an article on de-stressing and how essential oils can help. And today I received an invitation from Harvard for the symposium to speak on their panel on aromatherapy and health for women. So I'm flattered. I don't know if I'll go there. It takes a lot of effort, but I'm very flattered. But it all goes down to using essential oils, which are pure nature substances. They're not just natural products. They are. This is what God created. God, universe, whatever you believe in, created for us. They created for us, to support our emotions, to support our health. As we know, essential oils is extremely antioxidant. They, and this is not treating an illness. You may use them for whatever, when you headache or when you have trouble sleeping, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to support your health, your physical health, your emotional health, purify your home, going back to nature's roots, bonding with nature, even at those times when you cannot go outside and sit on the sun, or really, be taking nature walks. I mean, I live in the middle of New York City in Times Square. Forget it.
You need your oils.
This plant on my window is probably the only nature I have for now. But we are using now Joy. Joy is great for women. So really learning, and why when me and Silvia, we got together and we spoke, and why her vision resonated with me is because she's dedicated to helping women to make money, and I'm also dedicated to help women live a healthier life. And that's where it all comes together. When you have your, again, I might be repeating myself, but if you have your health and you have your energy, oh, the dog comes again. So she loves essential oils. But
Yeah, right. Really?
yeah,
Wow.
she does.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So absolutely, you have to be healthy to do things you want to do. You can't step in your power when your health is not well, or your emotionally is really all over the place. You really cannot focus on other things and empower yourself well. And also why we chose Young Living, I'm going to allow Sylvia explain that, is because it also provides a platform for women to build communities, to build networks. And it's not necessarily that, you're going to become a queen of essential oils, but it's a beautiful platform to build communities, to step into your leadership, to educate other women about their health, and a way of making money. And I'm going to allow Silvia to take it from here. I have to calm my dog a little bit.
So she went to calm down her dog. Yes, here, just like Irina is saying, we are using Young Living platform. Well, I have created a project of a combination of workshops where I talk about the brain of money. We explore in depth many issues that we have with money and how to fix that up. We can do that, you see. And so in this project, I've been teaching for a long time these courses. And one day I was in meditation and I was saying to myself and asking to my inner guides, like, okay, I've been teaching these courses for a while, and what about to have a medium where women can actually make money, and then we further train them with all this knowledge that I have acquired over forever. So in this platform, we take Young Living to really literally fill our pockets with money, because it is possible. This is not, I will never, see, I'm a coach, and I've been using Young Living essential oils for over 15 years with the mental and emotional health of women. So I know how they work. They are very powerful. We know that through the smell, you impact your limbic system, and that is the seat of emotions. So we will eventually talk more in depth about this. I think this is very important because women, we are very emotional. So the oils come in handy for us. Making money, yes, using the structure of this business to make money at the same time that you increase your wealthness. This is ideal. Don't they say, they say health and money, right?
Yes. I have to say that transformation for me, it's a personal story. I don't think I've shared this, but I think it's a good time to share. It's been incredible. When people ask me, Irina, how did you get into the soils? I said, I must have been a witch, good witch, of course, in my past life. Because in meditation, as I became a spiritual woman, actually, I should say, embrace my spirituality. We're all spiritual women. I started using oils. I was just drawn to scents, and just started educating myself. I opened Young Living account. I had no desire selling them or doing any of that stuff, right? But the transformation kind of happened on its own. Because as I was more drawn to the oils, and of course I was feeling better about myself and spiritually, emotionally, and eventually I started meeting people. I started meeting people from Health and Wellness Network. Then I was asked to do a health fair. I decided to do a health fair. Then I did a presentation. Then I did this, and eventually, before I knew the platform was building, people wanted to learn more. I enjoyed educating, and eventually I got to business using the Young Living platform to also make some money for myself, doing what I love, even though I do have a full-time job. I work for New York City Department of Education. For now, I need to stay there to pay my Manhattan apartment and all the bills, right? Right. But what we are saying is that it's a platform. It's a beautiful platform for personal growth. It's a beautiful platform for improving your health and your family health, and for making money if you want to, of course. But regardless, it brings great benefits: emotional, physical, health, whatever, success, financial success. There are opportunities. But of course, whether you want to take these opportunities or not, it's up to you. But it's a great and non-threatening way for women to start exploring that arena where it's possible to make some money while actually attracting more friends, more beautiful people into your life. We have a core group, we have a structure where we get together and we all go to each other's workshops. And it doesn't have to be a formal workshops. Some women just like to paint and they share their work at home, right? It's not a formal, it's a gathering. But it's a gathering, it's an opportunity to bond with other women, to support other women, to really create a strong base. That's why when we talk about platform, it's a platform. So to create a strong base for not only self-empowerment, empowering others, exploring your leadership abilities, and trying to make money at the same time, and see where that path takes you. Guaranteed you're going to make unbelievable friendships and connections and relationships out of it. That's 100%. And money if you are serious about it.
Yeah, in this issue of money, if I may say this, the oils sell themselves. They are so wonderful. And by the way, they are the best oils in the planet. No kidding.
Yeah.
Very good oils. You can inquire and you'll find out that is so. So the idea is for us to grow more our entrepreneurial self-concept. We all are entrepreneurs. We are. You do one thing and the other, but we don't give it the name. We are all entrepreneurial women. Women are amazing. They are powerful, So, and with intention, this power really can get you far. The oils sell themselves. What is important, just like Irina said, is the building of your leadership, to know that you deserve to feel well, and how the oils in all the divinity will help you with that. Plus, the idea is to create a more ecological world, homes that live with the least toxicity possible.
We have a lot of those toxins in our bathroom and toiletries and
everywhere.
Cleaning products, right?
The cleaning products are very toxic, but that will be part of another workshop.
Yeah.
And so the idea is really this love that could come about through wellness and money. And monetizing talents. In the meantime, you begin to discover a lot of talents that you will begin to explore even without wanting to do that. It just happens. Just as you said, the oils led the way in a way, because they are so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. They're very feminine. Even Cleopatra, if you look back, a lot of historical famous women in history, Queen Cleopatra was the queen of essential oils. She used to take a bath with milk and honey, and she used to seduce men like this. And she wasn't the most beautiful woman in the world, but she was powerful, and nobody could understand her powers too. She used a lot of essential oils, a lot. Jasmine was her favorite, rose, of course, neroli. Those are all feminine oils that are beautiful for our feminine, hormones, vibrations, and so in Young Living we do have blends, and we have individual oils like geranium and rose, jasmine, that support us as females, our feminine powers, divine feminine. Those oils are beautiful for us, and that's where this whole vision of being who you are, monetizing your talents, creating networks of women. And it could be 2, 3, or 4 with your hearing, talking about it, showcasing each other, showcasing and supporting each other and celebrating each other, and using oils, whether to make money or to grow personally, professionally, however. And if you guys are interested, as Silvia said, that's another workshop. We really here to talk about feminine and how energy of money and talents, all of this fits together, and creating a big why for you. That's the main point. Big why. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of me doing this? Where do I want to be? How will I help the world? And it starts with you and people around you, your loved ones, your children, your husband, your mom, dad, whoever's in your life, right? So it starts with people around, because the purpose is to better yourselves, to step into your feminine divine, and to spread that love to first people around you, and then people all over the world, or people you come in contact with on daily basis, like that woman on the train today, right? And of course, using natural products, that's very important for your health and wellness as a woman, and for your entire family. And that why could change later on. You start small, and that why could change. Again, if you're interested in something like that, we can talk more, because we want to leave time for questions at the end. So if you're interested, we can speak individually, because we do have a platform where we provide you with educational content. We provide you with product education. We have videos and all that. You don't have to do anything. If you're interested in something like that or starting, we can definitely, we coach you one-on-one. We provide you support. Silvia is a big personal growth guru. She has constantly workshops and personal development where she teaches women how to step into their power, and the money aspect of it, how to start getting into the positive energy of money and actually making money.
That is a focus right now. Personal development for financial success. So, and yes, today we are focusing on femininity as just touching the subject. The subject is very deep and very wide.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
And we have started the conversation. What is important here, if I may say, is to talk about it. Simply. Just talk about it. Divine femininity. If it is not divine for you, is okay too. I mean, that's my
It is
experience.
so powerful to be supported by others and to say when women come to me and say, oh, Irina, thank you thank you for giving us people. I actually guided you, but you did this to yourself. You tuned into yourself and you brought all those beautiful things out of you all on your own. I was just there to give you little hints and a little education, little knowledge, right? But it was up to you to take it and to be open to it. And this is what we're trying to do. We are creating a platform for women where they are empowered in their feminine power, but at the same time, allowing for leadership, for their talents to shine, and opportunities to make money. And again, we will have lunches, right? We will have all different things where we bring all our women together to share, to network, to make friends, to make connections. It has to be authentic. That's a key word, authenticity. Right. So like with any relationships, whether you're just making friends or business partners, you have to be authentic. People see through that. If you're not being true to yourself, eventually will come out. And we don't want that. We want people who are authentic. We want people who share the vision, who...
However, this is for all of us, you know, wherever we are at, everybody is welcome. The conversation, as I said, is always around femininity, women, their health, their happiness, and money for women. So that's the conversation. So in a nutshell, what we covered tonight.
Yeah. It's all like it's different pieces of the puzzle fitting together to empower you. Yeah. And money is an important piece.
And we want
to struggle without money.
To sort of like start the conversation. And you can too, you know. So this is about talking to each other. This is about, oh, money, yeah, right. Oh, heal our beliefs about money. That is key.
Yeah. It's a shift.
Yeah, a shift, a complete shift in our consciousness to believe more in ourselves and each other, and to know that we are the leaders. We've always been leaders.
Yeah.
And now we want to lead in a conscious way and side by side with men. And that is going to be a challenge, and is being a challenge for men. So we need to understand that. And as we cover ourselves with a talk of femininity, we begin to notice how men feel, you know, when they feel your power. And if your power is femininity, he will also
be authentic with
the challenge here is that men don't have it clear about femininity. They think it's homosexuality or something like that. And so we need to begin the conversation gently without imposing. The main thing is that you become immersed in this topic of personal empowerment through the exploration of your femininity. I think this will be key.
And femininity, right? Being happy, being joyful, being in touch with yourself, embracing your talents, self-love. And of course, when your woman is happy and woman is, a man will be happy around you. Energy conflicts. And you know, girls, when we talk about divine feminine, you have to talk about sexuality,
Absolutely.
of course. And we don't want to talk about sexuality just briefly. 2 minutes. It's a big subject, but we will talk about sexuality. It's a broad topic.
And oils
And sexuality. That's also. But it's not, we don't want to talk about sexuality in pornographic type of way, it's sexuality is stepping
what is pornographic? I mean, it's the sexuality
as a woman, right? But
and we have the right to be sexual.
But what my point is, a lot of women shine away from it. And without embracing your sexuality is where life begins. That's your womb right there. That's where that's the beginning of life. God created you to be sexual. God created you, although many women were suppressed through history, through cultures, but getting in touch with your sexuality is very important.
And by the way, the sexuality of woman is 1,000,000 times, I'm not kidding you, more powerful than men.
Yes, and I know sometimes Silvia, works with women who unfortunately have been through situations in life that is hard for them to connect to their sexuality, whether it's abuse and it goes generations and generations. So women who have been subjected to so many things, and just meeting every woman wherever she is and however she can accept herself. Her sexuality will start to blossom eventually. So that's why we don't focus on sex. We focus on femininity, but with you being happier, healthier, sensual, more confident with yourself, sexuality also becomes a big part of that. And sexuality is important, being connected to that. And of course, your man will be very
you agree with us?
Come on, girls, give us some feedback here. Any questions? I mean, I know we are almost, we're at 8:30. We ran a little over time. So if you have any questions, please chat. Put them in the chat. Let's see if I have any questions here. Okay. Questions? Okay.
So
okay. Yes, I don't see anybody asking questions. So we just want to thank you so much, girls, for coming and listening. And those of you who will be listening to replay, you have my information. I will also send email with Silvia's information. You can reach out to us at any time with questions, support. As I told you before, we always have platform and stuff to help you and get you.
Actually, we are here to serve you. There are all kinds of services to help you.
Thank you, Irina. Have a beautiful night. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a beautiful night. Those of you who are watching the debates, you watch the debates. And yes,
it's time for everything.
We'll be back. Thank you. All right. So we're going to install stop broadcast.